بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وسلم. أقسام المجاز العقلي, the kinds of مجاز عقلي. Right? أقسام المجاز العقلي. Today we will have some kinds of مجاز عقلي and it will be four kinds, okay? Because the مجاز عقلي means you have in every sentence you have two things, musnad and musnad ilay, فعل and fa'il, mubtada and khabar. Okay, musnad is called khabar and musnad is called fi'l and musnad ilay is called fa'il and mubtada. Okay, a person to whom the fi'l is connected, okay, linked, so that person is called, that person, that thing is called musnad ilay. So musnad and musnad ilay, we have two things in every sentence. So the majazi aqli, majazi aqli means you are linking the fa'al to the unreal fa'al, okay? So, or you are linking the creation to the unreal creator, okay? So there will be four kinds of it. Musnad, musnad and musnad ilay, both of the musnad and musnad ilay will be haqiqa, and both of them will be majaz. And the first of them will be majaz, or the second of them will be the majaz. So there are the four kinds of the majaz aqli. So look at wa aqsamuhu, and the types of the majaz aqli. Okay, أي أقسام المجاز العقلي, أي its divisions باعتبار حقيقة الطرفين ومجازيتهما, considering whether both of its two elements are literal or figurative. أربعة, okay, four are four. Okay, how they are four? Because I told you, if you are making any sentence, you must have the musnad and musnad ilay. So both of the musnad and musnad ilay will be haqiqa, first kind. Both of them will be majaz, it is the second kind. One of them, I mean, first of them is the majaz and the second is haqiqa, this is the third kind. And the fourth of them is the majaz and the first one is, the second of them is the majaz and the first of them is the haqiqa. So it is the fourth kind, okay? لأن طرفيه, because the both kinds of the both sides of the مجاز عقلي وهما, and what are the sides? وهما المسند إليه المسند, and those sides are called مسند إليه المسند. إما حقيقة, either if both of them will be حقيقتان لغويتان, okay, according to the dictionary both of them will be حقيقتان, just like أنبت الربيع البقلة. Okay, so if you think that the first sabab of the creation of the vegetable is the uh, season of the spring, so that's why uh, ambata is also haqiqa and rabia is also haqiqa. Okay, or majazan lughwiyani, or both of them will be majaz. Ahya al-arzu shabab al-zaman. Okay, so ahya al-ardu shabab al-zaman, what does it mean? أحيا الأرض شباب, شباب الزمان is the fa'il, okay, of the أحيا. Means it the youth of time revive the earth. The youth of Shabab Zaman, the youth of time, okay, revive the earth. So now look at how. So the youth of, how the youth of time is the fa'il, and what does youth of the time means, and what does Ahya al-Arza mean? Because both of them are the majaz. So we need to explain. فإن المراد بإحياء الأرض, look at. First of all, we will tell you what does إحياء الأرض mean. Okay, إحياء الأرض. The second one, وكذا المراد بشباب الزمان. Look at the last line. وكذا المراد بشباب الزمان. We will tell you about the شباب الزمان. So I told you the both of them. مستدلين مسند فعل فاعل because شباب الزمان is the فاعل and أحيا الأرض is the فعل. So this is musnad and this is musnad ilayh. So first of all, he will tell you what is musnad because it is majaz. Majaz means it is on other in different meaning. So he will tell you what is the real meaning. فإن المراد بإحياء الأرض or what is meant by reviving the earth is the تهييج القوى النامية فيها is the stimulation of its growing powers. Okay. وإحداث نضارتها بأنواع النباتات introduction of its freshness through various plants. Okay. والإحياء في الحقيقة and while the revival إحياء in its literal sense means giving life إعطاء الحياة إعطاء الحياة وهي and حياة is the صفة and حياة is the صفة تقتضي الحس والحركة الإرادية which is an attribute. The حياة is here. The حياة is the an attribute. Okay, تقتضي which requires the الحس والحركة الإرادية, the sensation and the voluntary movement. Okay, so it is called إحياء الأرض. Okay, means the earth is revived. وهو المعنى المجازي. Okay, الحس والحركة الإرادية. وكذا المراد بشباب الزمان. And likewise, what is meant by the youth of time is the increase of its growing power. ازدياد قوتها النامية, increasing of its growing power. وهو في الحقيقة in شباب is literally and literally شباب is عبارة refers to a عن كون الحيوان في زمان of the state of an animal في زمان during a period يكون حرارته الغريزية مشبوبة أي قوية مشتعلة during a period when its innate heat is intense and strong. That is when it is in its prime youth. Okay, so يكون كون الحيوان being the animal في زمان in the state of يكون حرارته when its innate heat is intense and strong. الغريزية مشبوبة أي قوية مشتعلة. قوية strong مشتعلة means the uh, intense. Okay. أو مختلفان. So you got this point. These all translation.
Yes.
So how شباب الزمان when the zaman the time is young, so the earth will also be revived because if the time in zaman is young, it means that the wind is beautiful and the seasons are very beautiful and the sunshine is very beautiful. So because of this youthness of the time, the earth has been revived. Revived means earth will give you more vegetables, more greenery. Okay, so it is basic meaning of it. So both side of this sentence was the majaz. So that's why we needed to explain it. أو مختلفان, or both of them will be مختلفان. مختلفان how? بيكون أحد الطرفين just like the first side will be حقيقة والآخر مجازا and the second one will be مجاز. It's just like أنبت البقلة. Now look at the شباب الزمان. The youth of the time created the vegetable. So creation the vegetable is called إحياء الأرض, which was majaz in the previous uh, sentence. But in this sentence, this is حقيقة. حقيقة means أنبت البقلة, creation of the vegetable. So this is حقيقة. But شباب الزمان is what? Majaz. So look at Musnad is حقيقة and شباب الزمان is مجاز. فيما المسند حقيقة والمسند إليه مجازا. So مسند أمة البقر is حقيقة and والمسند إليه is مجاز. Okay. أو أحيا الأرض الربيع. Look at أو أحيا الأرض الربيع. Now it is عكس. Okay, the opposite side. Musnad ilay is haqiqa. Musnad ilay is rabi'a. This is the haqiqa because the first sabab and the first fa'il of the ihya al-arz is what? Rabi'a, the season of the spring. Ahya al-arz, the season of the spring revived the earth. So this is the uh, other side, the fourth kind of the majaz aqli. Okay, got this point?
Yes.
So the both of them are the haqiqa, then the both of them are the majaz. The first one is haqiqa, the second one is majaz, then the first one is majaz, the second one is haqiqa. وجه الانحصار في and then the reason of limiting these kinds in the four على ما ذهب إليه المصنف where the مصنف رحمه الله go ظاهر it is clear why لأنه اشترط في المسند because this is necessary for the musnad أن يكون فعلا to be the فعل أو ما في معناه or to be the معنى فعل فيكون مفردا. So فعل المعنى فعل must be مفرد وكل مفرد مستعمل and even each of the مفرد if it used even it will be حقيقة or it will be مجاز, it will not be the other kind. Okay, so مستند المستند إليه will be فعل or معنى فعل and it is necessary for the فعل and معنى فعل to be the مفرد. Okay, and when something is mufrad, so it will be in two kinds, haqiqa or majaz. So that's why the majaz aqli is limited in just four kinds. Got it? Got this point?
Yes.
Why
Yes,
these
got it.
four? Okay, المجاز في القرآن. المجاز في القرآن. Now look at المجاز العقلي في القرآن كثير. مجاز عقلي is used in the Quran كثير very much. Look at now أي كثير في نفسه. What does it mean? It is kaseer by itself, not in the what does it call versus other kinds because majaz haqiqat aqliya is used a lot than the majaz aqli. So why he is telling that majaz aqli is used kaseer? So he is not telling you kaseer in the verses of the haqiqat aqliya, just in kaseer in itself. It means that so much time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the majaz aqli in the Quran. Okay.
Okay.
لا بالإضافة إلى ما قبله, not to connecting to the مقابل to the verses حتى يكون الحقيقة عقلية قليلا. If someone knows that حقيقة عقلية will be قليلة because علامة التزاني told that مجاز عقلي is كثير, it does not mean it. It means that مجاز عقلي كثير مجاز عقلي is كثير in the Quran in itself, not in the opposite side of the حقيقة عقلية. In the real situation, the حقيقة عقلية is a lot in the Quran. Okay, but majaz aqli is kasir means it is kasir in itself, not in the opposite of the haqiqa aqliya. Okay, وتقديم في القرآن على كثير مجرد الاهتمام. Now uh, look at the matan first of all. وهو كثير في القرآن. Okay, في القرآن is the متعلق of the كثير. So كثير should be first and في القرآن should be after. So why he has preceded the why the Kasir is preceded by the Quran, Fil Quran? Why Fil Quran came first and Kasir came after? So he is telling you, وتقديم في القرآن and making first the word في القرآن above the كثير لمجرد الاهتمام, just for being it important. I told you that making something first and making other thing at the end, it is also the symbol of the hasab, taki. Okay. So because if this side of the majaz aqli being the majaz aqli kasir in the Quran, it was very important to tell you. So according to the importance, he uh, he made some hasar in his kalam. Okay, he made he made his kalam in different way. Okay,
Okay.
بمجرد الاهتمام, just for the importance. For example, وإذا تليت عليهم آياته. when the verses of the Quran, ayatuhu, the verses of the Quran, tuliyat alayhim, when it is recited near them. So look at ayatuhu. The link ayat has been linked to the Quran, but ayat is ayatullahi. But in the real, the ayat is linked to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not to the Quran. This ayat is ayat of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for the Quran. But they have linked to the Quran. So it is majaz aqli. Okay?
Okay.
Look at zadathum imana. Those ayat, those ayat improve them iman according to the iman. So look at asnad ziyada. They have linked the ziyada ilal ayat to the ayat. But in real, وهي فعل الله تعالى. Ziyada is the fi'l of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala improved their iman by the ayat. But they have linked the ziyada to the ayat. لكونها سببا لها. Just these ayat are the sabab for the improvement of the iman. Understood this? Yes.
Yes.
Now look at يذبح أبناءهم. Pharaoh was slaughtering the sons of the people. Okay. So نصب التذبيح, the تذبيح slaughtering is linked الذي هو فعل الجيش, which was the activity of the group of the Pharaoh, but it is linked to the إله Pharaoh لأنه سبب آمر, because he was the older person. Okay.
Okay.
Pharaoh was not slaughtering the people by his hand, but he was just ordering the people to slaughter the sons of the Bani Israel. So what is this? It is the linking to the sabab. Pharaoh was the sabab. And what kind of sabab? Sababun amirun, older person. Understood this point?
Yes.
ينزع عنهما لباسهما. Look at in every sentence. First of all, look at from here. أسند الزيادة. أسند الزيادة إلى الآيات. But in the real, وهي فعل الله تعالى. Got this عبارة?
Yes.
In every عبارة you will see some gap. أسند الزيادة إلى الآيات.
Ayat.
But in the real, وهي فعل الله تعالى. So we will divide every عبارة just like this. أسند الزيادة إلى الآيات لكونها سببا, because this ayat is the sabab for the ziyada, but in the real وهي فعل الله تعالى. Okay. Now look at here as well. نسب التذبيح إلى فرعون لأنه سبب آمر, but in the real هو فعل الجيش. Got this point?
Yes. Yes.
نسب التذبيح إلى فرعون لأنه سبب آمر, but in the real هو فعل الجيش. Slaughtering was the activity of the other people, not for the Fir'aun. Fir'aun just was the order. Okay, look at here as well. ينزع عنهما لباسهما. Iblis was taking off the clothes of the Adam and Hawa. Okay, it is called taking off in English.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now look at نسب نسب نزع اللباس إلى إبليس. Look at نسب نزع اللباس نزع اللباس, taking off of the uh, libas is linked to the iblis لأن سببه الأكل من الشجرة, because the reason of the taking off of the libas is eating from the shajara. وسبب الأكل, and the reason of the eating is وسوسته, a waswasa of the shaitan, ومقاسمته, and shaitan was taking qasam إياهما to the Adam and Hawa بأنه that this shajara لهما for the Adam and Hawa, بأنه that shaitan was for the Adam and Hawa من الناصحين is from the kind peoples. Okay, so نسب نزع اللباس إلى إبليس نسب نزع اللباس عن آدم وحواء على نبينا وعليه الصلاة والسلام إلى إبليس. But in the real وهو فعل الله تعالى. Got this عبارة as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is style of the Allama Tabtazani that he is dividing, that he is adding the real situation in the middle of every sentence. Look at here. وهي فعل الله تعالى الذي هو فعل الجيش وهو فعل الله تعالى. So it is the real situation at the middle of the sentence. Okay. لأن
Okay.
سببه because the reason of the this naza, this taking of the libas, it was the eating of the shajara. And what was the reason of the eating? What the reason of the eating was waswasatuhu, the waswasa of the shaitan, wa muqasamahu, the taking the qasam of the shaitan iyahuma in front of the Adam and Hawa, بأنه that shaitan is lahuma for both of them in a nasty from the kind people. Okay. Now the fourth other example. يوما نصب يوما نصب أو نصب, it is منصوب على أنه مفعول به because this يوما is مفعول به for the تتقون, أي كيف تتقون يوم القيامة. Now look at here in the حاشية. فكيف تتقون إن كفرتم يوما يجعل الولدان شيبا. Are you looking to the screen? فكيف تتقون إن كفرتم in the حاشية.
Yes,
You
I
got this?
see.
Okay. So look at تتقون. Why are you fearing from the day? Fearing from the day. So look at here. This day is yawman is mansub because this yawman is the maf'ul bihi of the tattaqun. Okay. أي كيف تتقون, how are you fearing from the يوم القيامة, from the day of the judgment, إن بقيتم على الكفر, if you are still on the kufr, يوما, which day, يجعل الولدان شيبا, that Allah, how is the day that they will make the young people sheban, elder and elder. Now look at a day has not any power to make you elder and elder. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you uh, sheban means Buddha means eldest
Old.
person, old. Okay. يجعل الولدان. So why are you fearing from the day which they will make the young people old? Now look at how the day will make you old. They will not make you old, but who will make you? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make you. Now look at نسب الفعل إلى الزمان. Day. This فعل of being making you old, this فعل is linked to the zaman, to the yom. But in the real وهو فعل الله تعالى, this is the activity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala حقيقة. Now, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala linked the فعل of the يجعل الولدان to the يوم? Why? Because this is the kinaya عن شدته. It is the why it is the symbol that they will be very strong. وكثرة الهموم, and the هموم means غم. Confusions will be a lot, والأحزان فيه, and sadness will be very a lot in that day. لأن الشيبة لأن الشيبة مما يتسارع عند تفاقم الشدائد والمحن أو عن طوله. Because the the oldness مما يتسارع, which comes very fastly when عند تفاقم الشدائد, when the confusion and the sadness تفاقم, when it increases, والمحن, and the محنة is increases, أو عن طوله, or when being the confusion and the sadness long. So the shayba, the oldness comes يتسارع fastly لأن الأطفال يبلغون فيه أوان الشيخوخة. What does it mean? لأن الأطفال يبلغون فيه, because the people, the children are becoming بالغ in these situations. Awan al Oh, okay. So, because the children are becoming the real baligh, awana shaykhuha, when they became older and older. When someone became older, so then we will tell him the real baligh. But the real baligh, the real baligh in the Sharia is 15 years, or when he reached to the 17 years, so he will be baligh. But real bulugha will be after shaykhuha, after being old. Okay. So sometimes the sadness of the time and the confusion of the and the problems of the your time, it makes you old and old. Okay. So now look at أخرجت الأرض أثقالها. Because Earth has got out أثقالها, all their things. أي ما فيها من الدفائن. And what was here in the earth من الدفائن والخزائن. Khadai means the most expensive things. Okay, and then the fine al mauta, the died people. Okay, nusib al ikhraj. So this ikhraj is linked to the al arth ila makanihi, to the makan, because earth is the makan of these things. But ikhraj is وهو فعل الله تعالى. But ikhraj is in the real the fi'al of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not the fi'al of ours. But they have linked it to the ours. Now وغير مختص بالخبر. He is telling you the new thing. The just I in all the examples, these examples are from Jumla Khabriya. So sometimes this Isnad Majazi can be in the Jumla Inshaiya as well. That's why he's telling you غير مختص. This Majaz Aqli in the Quran is not specific just to the Jumla Khabriya. بل يجري في الإنشاء. But sometimes it exists in the Inshaiya as well. Got this point? وغير مختص.
Yes.
Now look at here. There is full stop. This full stop means we have some new. So وغير مختص. This majaz aqli is kasir in the Quran, but it is not just specific, limited just to the khabar, jumla khabriya. But yajri, but it also exists. It also applied in the insha'iyya as well. Okay.
Okay.
So عطف على قوله وهو كثير. He told you that majaz aqli is kasir in the Quran. Now this is the عطف on that. وإنما قال ذلك. He told you this لأن تسميته بالمجاز في الإثبات, because naming to those examples with the majaz في الإثبات in the positivity, وإراده في أحوال الإسناد الخبري, and bringing all the examples in the إسناد الخبري يوهم. Okay, it shows that أن اختصاصه, that this majaz is just limited to the بالخبر, just to the جملة خبرية, but it is not correct. بل يجري, but majaz exists in the إنشائية as well. نحو just like يا هامان ابن لي. This is Amr, and Amr is Jumla Insha'iyya. So Ya Haman, this is Jumla Nida'iyya. Then Ubn li, this is Jumla Amr. Amr is also Insha'iyya, and Nida is also Insha'iyya. So Ya Haman, Ubn li. Oh Haman, build for me Sarhan, a long building. So look at Haman just was the order person. He will not make by his hand, but Sharahan ordered him. Okay, got this point?
Yes.
فإن البناء فإن البناء, because the building is فعل العمل, because this is the action of the العمل, builders. وهامان سبب آمر, and Haman is the reason آمر order person. وكذلك قولك, just like you are saying فلينبت الربيع ما شاء. فلينبت الربيع ما شاء. So the season of the spring should create ما شاء, what he wants. So it is also the فَلْيُنْبِتْ is Amr. In the sigha of the Amr, Amr al-Ha'ib. Okay, فَلْيُنْبِتْ, this is Amr. And Amr is Jumla Insha'iyya. وَلْيَصُمْ نَهَارُكَ. Okay, your day should fast. They will not fast. You will fast in the day. Okay, so وَلْيَصُمْ, this is Amr al-Ha'ib. This is also Jumla Insha'iyya. وَلْيَجِدْ جِدُّكَ. It means that وَلْيَجِدْ جِدُّكَ. It means that your working hard should get the result. So it means that you will get the result. Your working hard will not get the result. This is also Amar Ghaib, and this is also Majazi عقلي وما أشبه ذلك مما أسند فيه الأمر والنهي, and a lot of these, a lot وما أشبه ذلك, just like these examples where the أمر and nahi is linked إلى ما, to the thing ليس المطلوب منه صدور الفعل, and the صدور الفعل, the activity cannot be exist from them. أي الترك عنه, and ترك will also not be exist from those things. So look at, they cannot fast. You are working hard cannot get the result. Okay, so the spring of the season of the spring cannot create anything. So linking to those all things means that you will have some evidence as well. Even you will see to this thing that, for example, when yasum naharuka, how the nahar will fast. Nahar cannot fast. Nahar is a time. Time cannot fast. A man fasts in the time. So you will know that this is majaz. So look at مما أسند, where the amr and nahi is linked إلى ما ليس المطلوب منه صدور الفعل, to the فعل where we don't want to exist any فعل from that thing, because that thing cannot do any فعل. أو الترك, that thing cannot do anything in the negativity. وكذا قولك, just like you are saying ليت النهر جاري, this later is for gosh. When we have sentence in Urdu, gosh, uh, what is it called in English? ليت النهر جاري.
I
Later.
wish
I
if
wish.
only.
Uh, I wish if the river is jarring, started. Okay. So look at here. So the river will not be stored. The water will be stored in the river. وقولك تعالى صلاتك تأمرك. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uh, is quoted the story of the Shu'aib alayhi salam, when his people told to him, "As-salatuka tarjuka," that your salah is ordering you to do these things to us. So salah is not ordering. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering. Okay. So these all things are called what? These are the examples of the insha'iyya. Majaz aqli in the jumla insha'iyya. Look at this jumla istifhamiyya. Jumla istifhamiyya is also insha'iyya. Later nahru jahari. I wish later. Later, the sentence of later is also is jumla insha'iyya. So these all the examples of the jumla insha'iyya. Okay,
Okay.
got this? So now in the next tomorrow's lesson, inshallah, we will have the two very basic things. Look at, you will have the evidence to treat a sentence as a majaz. When you want to make an argument about a sentence that this sentence is majaz or this is haqiqa, you must have some evidence. So sometimes those evidence will be in the words, in the text. It will be clear. Okay, and sometime you will know that evidence by your mind, by your sense. Okay,
Okay.
for example, أكل الكمثرى يحيى. أكل الكمثرى يحيى. Kummasara is called gawa. Do you know gawa? Fruit. Okay,
Yes.
so look at this akala. Now, kummasara does not have any i'rab of fatha or nasab. And Yahya also does not have any i'rab of fatha and nasab. Okay, but how will you know that Yahya is fa'il and kummasara is maf'ul? Why? By your sense. Because the gawa cannot eat the Yahya. Yahya will eat the gawa. Got this point?
Yes.
Yes.
So just like here in the Majaz Aqli, we will think that Nahar, the day cannot fast. A man fasts in a day. So sometimes the example will be just like this. So we will know the Majaziyat of the something by our sense. And sometimes we will know the Majaziyat of the something by the text. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So inshallah we will tell you about this thing tomorrow. So today's lesson was clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
جزاكم الله خيرا. Okay?
جزاك
السلام
الله خير
عليكم.
أستاذي.
آمين آمين
وعليكم
آمين.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.